It's your boy King Leo here with another video and one of my favorite shows to talk about, the rap game. It's not a game, it's the rap game. That's my little Jermaine Dupri impersonation right there. How I do? Well, this episode, I've been not looking forward to this episode because somebody's going home this episode. This has never happened before. Everyone always makes it to the final episode. But JD is not playing this season. He's like, before this final performance, not all of you are going to make it. Someone is going home. But it has to be done. So this week, they're learning about the press and basically just navigating the media. And you know, that's very important in an artist's career. It's not just about the music, it's the way you can move through the industry. So I think this is a good week for them. So everyone's nervous. They know someone's going home this week, so they know they got to put their A game on. So the first stop is they're going to the radio station, and they're in Atlanta, and they get to meet this guy E.T. E.T. was there season 3, and he actually rung one of his artists to battle everyone in the house to try to take one of their spots. That season, everyone defended their turf, and that new person did not come in the house. So he's a little hard, and he's going to put these children through the ringer. So everyone's in there. The managers are separated, but they get to listen, and he wants to see what they got. He's putting them on the spot, and he's like, who's not ready for this? Who doesn't deserve to win? Of course, Saya. He's the most vocal in the house, and he automatically says Amaya. And you know, that's the easy choice right there because she's been messing up so much. But you know how I feel about Amaya. Amaya's my favorite in the house, so I'm not feeling that answer. But he's like, let's get a battle then, Saya versus Amaya. And this is like, man, he destroyed her the first week when they had a battle. And Amaya really doesn't get through her battle raps too much, so I'm nervous. Saya goes first. He's always ready. He's always prepared. He goes first. He has good punchlines. He has jokes about her weight, of course. But he's funny. Amaya goes. I'm nervous. But I'm confident in her if she could deliver action and get the words out. She gets the words out. She comes at him hard. And I feel like she earned the other kids' respect too. I feel like she's had their respect for a while. They know she's a good artist. They know she's a good lyricist. But they just don't respect that she messes up too much. And she gets through it. And they know what she just spit was fire. And the guy was like, the radio guy, E.T. was like, you got this. You won this. And then he wants to see some more battles. He wants Nia to battle Eli. Nia is just like mad cocky. She's like, I already did that. And she did destroy him, I guess, the first time, so she probably just wanted a new challenge. Plus, they had a little tension early in the episode because he was saying he was the best and the best performer, and Nia wasn't feeling that at all. So that probably hurt her because you should use every opportunity to showcase your skills. So we end up getting a battle between Tyler Rain and Eli. And I felt like Eli really proved himself this battle. He didn't mess up. He got through everything. He had a good flow, good delivery. And it's time for Tyler Rain to go. Tyler, she was off in the beginning. She was fumbling. She was messing up her words. It just wasn't a good representation to her to be on the radio station. And the radio guy, E.T., called her out right away. And I felt kind of bad for her because he was like really going hard on her, saying that she didn't impress him at all. And then that you can't come to the radio station and do what you just did and expect for me to be impressed with you. So in the end of the day, he's like, Saya and Amaya, I feel like those two are the most ready right there. And he's not sure about Nia. He's not even sure about Eli, even though Eli did pretty good. And he's definitely not sure about Tyler Rain. He wants to prove him wrong. So the next part of the challenge is they're going to do a performance, and it's a little showcase. They're going to be people from the media there. I really didn't know anyone there once we actually got there, but I did notice Angela Yee from the Breakfast Club. She was there, and E.T., the guy from earlier from the radio station, he was there too. So during the showcase, they had different beats. They all didn't have the same beat. They wrote a song to that. They're going to perform that, and then they're going to take questions like a press conference from the audience. So one of the first to go was, I'll go with Eli. And Eli, he came out with great energy. Remembered all his words. He's had issues with that in the past, and I was really impressed by him. And if it was my hit list, he would be at the top this week. He really impressed me. Then we had Nia. Nia, she's been seeming, I don't know. They said something holding her back, but she just didn't look like she's not having fun lately. It's like something's bothering her, and she's not giving that same energy. Maybe she's just so focused, and she wants this so bad. She's not like enjoying the process. But I'm just seeing something in her that's not like the same when she first got there. But it wasn't a bad performance at all. We also got Saya. Saya, he performed. He gives a different performance than the rest. They also really turned up, you know, that trap type stuff, and he was trying to give a song with a message, and I was feeling it. But he he gets too excited, he gets too emotional, and he's always putting he's just always too much. And basically he forgets his lyrics, he's just overcome by everything. And then he admits to the crowd that he know he's messed up and it wasn't a good performance. And he basically says, you know, he missed his brother graduating this week and it's kind of throwing him off his game and everything. And that's not good. Like his mother said, she knows it's a bad performance. He actually admitted to the whole crowd it's not a bad performance. Don't do that. Don't admit something. Don't let people know you messed up, even if you did mess up. You gotta have that confidence. So we get to Amaya, and you know, Amaya's performing is never her strong suit. She performs, and I'm liking her song, and it seems like it's going good, but Tyler Rain is noticing, she says she's sinking, and you start seeing the crowd looking like they're not sure about it. It's like Amaya didn't even introduce herself. Everybody said, oh, I'm this person, I'm from here, this amount of years old, and it's just like, she just seems so nervous, she just went straight to the rapping. It's like when she performs, she can't wait for it to be done. And I hate that, because if she has the confidence, she could like basically sell herself to anybody, because the music and the lyrics is there. But it's like once she starts performing, it's like she looks like she can't wait for it to be over and hand off that mic to the next person. So I was really disappointed by that. But I feel like she proved herself at the radio station, and this performance wasn't as bad as some of her other performances. So I felt personally it was enough to stay in the house. Then we had Tyler Rain. Tyler, she messed up at the radio station, so she had to really prove herself. She is the best performer in the house, and she really brought the energy. She uses every inch of the stage, and she just has that, she has something that the other artists don't have when it comes to performing. She's done it so many times, so she has the experience, so she's really using it in her performances. So Tyler Rain really smashed this, and now it's time to go to the interviews. And they're all sitting down, they're taking questions from the panel, and I feel like Sire handled himself the best during these interviews. He was able to answer questions, he was able to listen, he was able to get feedback to what they were saying, and I really think he handled himself well and really professional. Amaya, someone asked her, was she even comfortable, because they were like, you didn't even introduce yourself. And I guess a lot of them were noticing that, and she tried to play it off and say, you know, she's good. But you know, Jermaine Dupri knows confidence and being comfortable in her skin has been an issue since day one, so it came across that way to the people in the press too. So that's not good. Everyone, you know, for the most part held their own in the questions, and then it's time for them to go, and Jermaine Dupri's going to talk to them and see who are they feeling the most. They mostly were feeling Tyler Rain. They said her performances was the best. The guy, E.T. from the radio station, after her performance, he had told her, I told you to prove me wrong, and you proved me wrong. So she really impressed the people, so I expect her to be at the top of the hit list. But when it came down to it, the people seemed not to be feeling Eli and Amaya the most. One lady did say, though, that lyrically, Amaya was one of the best, but it's just like, she doesn't have that confidence. Someone saying, Jermaine Dupri, you probably have something that you can get it out of her. Don't give up on her. One person said, you know, they're all so talented. They just need extra time. Don't send anyone home yet. But he's not trying to hear that. Somebody's going home this week, and we're going to find out. After the performance, London's congratulating everybody, and she has a migraine. She's not feeling good. All of a sudden, you know, she's going into the ambulance, and it cuts to commercial. When it comes back, everyone's looking so emotional and crying on the bus, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, it was just really confusing, because they were just like, she had a migraine, she was describing how she felt so bad, and then she went into the back of the ambulance, but then they described that she had a seizure. And then I guess for them to see that and witness that, it really triggered them, because everyone was so emotional on the bus. And you can tell, being together this long time, they've really grown a strong bond to each other. So everyone's worried for her, and they're just hoping she could pull through this, and they're not even thinking about competition at this point. So, ooh, I almost dropped my camera. So it's time to get home, and they're still worried about London. It's the next day. London comes back. They're excited to see her. They're happy she's okay. And she lets them know some devastating news that she got 2 months before she came to the house. She found out she had a brain tumor. And right now it's growing and it's pushing against nerves on her brain, which caused the seizure. Right now, I don't know what the diagnosis is, but she's making it seem like, you know, she doesn't have much time. And it was just a sad scene, because she's like, I'm cherishing these moments with Tyler because I don't know how much more I have left. And I'm just, you know, every moment here, I just want to see her reach her dream because, you know, I don't know when else I'm going to see in the future. So at this point, everyone's just rallying around London. They're hugging her, and they're just putting the competition aside, even though they've had differences in the past. All they care about is her health, and they just want to make sure she's okay. And I feel like that's the right thing to do. You know, these are the people she's grown close to in this time, and they're there for her. So now it's time to get to the hit list, and you know, somebody's going home. So it's not going to be 5, it's going to be 4 people on the hit list. Instead of starting from the bottom up, we're going to start from the top down. And number 1 is Tyler Rain. 3 weeks in a row, and she's proven herself. She's a contender right now, and being one of the best performers in the house is really showing right now, and she's one to look out for. And she did mess up at the radio station. That's why I wasn't sure she should get number 1, because I feel like it should have been an overall thing. That's why I probably would have had Eli number 1. To me, he had a great performance and he did great at the radio station, but the press people were really high on Tyler Rain, so I could see why she got the number 1 spot. Number 2 was Saya. Even though he messed up, he did good at the radio station, messed up during his performance. The press was really high on him too, and they see a future for him and could see him going the furthest. And so I understand why he's number 2 and Tyler Rain is number 1. And number 3, we have Naya. Naya has been really just riding the middle lately to me, so I can see why she's number 3. I don't know if she did battle at the radio station. They didn't show it, so I can't judge her in that. And at the performance, she didn't mess up, so it's just like, okay, she's number 3. Maya and Eli being the last 2 puzzled me for Eli, because to me, he'd had a great week, but they were saying they felt like there was no personality there, there was no extra fire there. But to me, he did very good this week, so this is really shocking to me. And Amaya, you know, she's been messing up all competition, but she feel like she's improved. To me, she's been up and down, but to me, one consistent thing with her is always the music, the lyrics. She just has to work on the confidence. So it comes down to it. Number 4 is Eli. Amaya's going home. Everyone is looking emotional. They're shocked. And it's good to see that they actually care about her, because they have some shady comments to say about her from time to time. But it's like they recognize she is talented. And Jermaine Dupri said that too. He was like, don't take this as, you know, your validation as an artist. He was like, lyrically, musically, you have it. You just have to work on something. People feel like you don't have that confidence. They feel like you're not comfortable. So work on that. And he like, you could be a beast in the future. And he know he's going to see her doing great things. And Tyler's emotional as Amaya is going. She said, you know, that's like her friend for life. And it's good to see that she created these relationships. And I feel like, you know, big things come from Amaya too. I feel like Amaya's not going to give up. This music is in her. I've checked out like her Instagram and some of her music, and I'm even more a fan of her now than I was on the show. So I'm looking forward to big things to her. Just because you don't win a rap game don't mean you don't have a career. So let's see what she does in the future. So now we're down to 4 artists. Next week somebody else is going home, and then we're going to be down to 3 before we even get to the final performance. And I think next week Nova is coming back from season 4. Nova won season 3. So we're going to see him, and we're going to see who's the next one to go home. At this point, I'm thinking it might be Naya or Eli, but personally, I would think it's be Naya unless she steps it up. So this is getting down to the wire. I think we only have 2 episodes left before somebody grabs the chain, grabs the contract, and is part of So Def. Who's your favorite? Do you agree with Amaya going home? Do you think that was the right decision? Let me know. Drop down in the comments below. Make sure you comment, make sure you like, and make sure you subscribe and hit that bell to my page. It's been your boy King Leo, and I'll see you later with another video.